feel free to ask them. If you have the whole team, the whole group will rotate through them. If you have a question, please raise your hand. Susan will bring you a microphone. And if you are on Zoom, someplace on your screen, depending on your platform, you'll have an option to raise your hand. If you would do that, we'll call on you as time permits. Okay, and we'll open with questions for the players.
Yeah, Cameron with the Courier Journal. Two questions. One for you, Emily, just over here. There you go. Sweet 16, first time past the first weekend for you. What's that mean to you? And Kiana and Haley, is there anything Emily does at this point that is surprising? Like, she seems to always make some kind of eye-opening play, but it's become kind of normal, I feel like, at times.
Yeah, I'm really excited to go to Sweet 16. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I think we really deserve to be there. I think we just need to stay collected and, be consistent, and we'll see ourselves at a Final Four real soon.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Emily amazes me every day. I think her basketball IQ and her, knack for the game is just ridiculous, so it's fun to play with her. I'm glad we have her on our team now.
Yeah, it surprises me when she shoots a regular layup because she always does extra stuff and has to spin and make everyone look bad and score. She makes me a little nervous, but that's what makes her so much fun to watch, and she truly is a ticket seller. So.
Right here, Haley, in that third quarter, I think you dropped 8 straight points and really got going. How would you describe that quarter for you? What had you going offensively?
Yeah, the way that they their scout or their defensive scheme, they made it pretty hard for me to get looks and get touches on the ball in the first half. And Kiana and M and O scored in the first half for us. They took their opportunities, and so in the second half, they kind of switched the focus to Key and made it harder for her. So I had more space, and I took advantage of it. And the players that had the opportunity took it this game, and it worked in our favor.
Haley, after one of your three-pointers in the second half, you did a little pirouette as if to punctuate the shot. You're a fairly expressive player on the floor, but was this a little more emotional than normal?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not much of a dancer, so I'm not sure I did a pirouette, but, I'm very passionate about basketball, and I really love to play. And this is the tournament that you live for, I care about my teammates a lot, and so I want to win. And if I do that by saying and one too much, everyone knows that about me. They make fun of me. I always scream and one, even if it's an uncontested layup. But it's just how I am, and I'm very passionate, and that's how I'm going to continue to play.
For any of the players, Iowa lost as a 2-seed earlier. Baylor was losing while you guys were playing. Did you guys pay attention to that at all? Was that any sort of look out? We got to focus.
Emily, then Kiana.
I mean, we were playing, so I guess now I know. But, teams get upset all the time. So I think that hearing that makes me think we just need to focus on ourselves and understand that it's March. Anything can happen. I see us going to a championship, but at the same time, you got to make sure you don't make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mistakes. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to limit our turnovers, keep playing really high-intensity defense, staying aggressive and composed. So,
we had our upset already. Obviously, everyone knows that. So our focus was just on our game and finishing all 4 quarters.
Yeah, I think I said it the first day, but we're focused on us, and obviously we know about those games now. But you can't look at what other people are doing and get ahead of yourself and think of the next game because everyone's playing to win. Gonzaga played to win today, so if we would have overlooked them, we probably would be in the same place as Iowa right now. We're focusing on us, and after the game, we'll look at our next opponent, but we're taking it one game at a time.
Jim?
2 questions for Emily. First, you made a foul late in the game that seemed to upset you, and then you made a spin move layup. Jeff Walls talked to you during a timeout at some length. Can you share any of that with us? And then the second question is, Haley has a lot of fun at your expense. I wonder if you'd like to retaliate.
Take a shot, baby.
Today's not the day to retaliate. I didn't make enough right hand layups to have an argument against Haley, so I'll leave her alone for this press conference. But we were just, it was the kind of game where we were getting the crowd involved, and I think that the adrenaline was pumping, and we were just talking about staying calm and composed and understanding that he has my back, and that's really loud in there. It's hard to hear, but that he's fighting for us, and I think that's good to hear out of his mouth. Sometimes it's good to have that confidence on my shoulder that he's there. And we were just talking about that, just to stay composed. We had we were in the fourth quarter. Things can spin around in the fourth quarter very quickly, and we know that. So I think this was really show that we don't always lose in the fourth quarter, so don't underestimate us. We're really good at coming back from losses, and I think it's our time to win a national championship. I'm really excited to be a part of this program.
For Keon and Haley, the last time you guys lost at home was February last year to NC State. What does it mean for you guys to finish this year undefeated at home and at the top of that, in front of a crowd like that tonight?
I mean, it's a little bit emotional for me just because it's my last one. I love playing in the Yum Center. Our fans are insane. And yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, obviously, we got the best fan base in the country, and they go hard for us, man. Sometimes they get us out of slumps. They cheer so loud that we feel like we're doing well when we just went 0 for 5 from the field. So they're amazing, and I can't wait to play in front of them next year again. But we owe them a good fight in this tournament for how much they do for us. So we're going to play for them.
Emily, Tim kind of mentioned that layup you had on the break. I think you called it off one bounce and went into a spin move.
100% travel. No questions asked. I think he
They
thought I
didn't
was
call
still
it.
in the air,
Yeah.
but in no form did I jump. Like, I don't even know how I made it.
Did you plan on doing that? Or
I
was
would
it
think
just-
I would tell myself to put the ball on the floor and then spin, but it just happened so fast. I don't know.
It's because I passed it to her. She had to
Just
do
do
some
that.
extra shit.
You know,
She
I
had
told
to-
myself-
She had to scare me for my assist.
I can't make open layups, so maybe if I spin 3 times in the air and throw it up, it'll fall, and that's exactly what happened. So, and I said a quick prayer, but I definitely traveled. I mean, it happens. Refs miss things.
No further questions.
For Haley and Emily, I guess, but the quick turnaround and scouting report, they were known for disrupting teams, but yet you all only committed 8 turnovers against them. I mean, where was the focus there against the kind of defense that they play?
Yeah, for any team in this tournament, we have really focused on, for us personally, is get shots, not turnovers. Because when we get shots, we make shots. We're a very skilled offensive team, and as long as we make sure we get shots and not turnovers that turn into layups, we have a really good chance at winning a ball game. So we're going to continue to make that emphasis going into the next game.
Yeah.
For all the players, you guys typically get off to fast starts. He had a fast start here tonight, but Gonzaga responded with a 12-0 run to kind of reset the game. What did you all see from them to get back into this, and how did you all adjust to their adjustment?
Emily, then Kiana.
Yeah, Gonzaga they're a good basketball team. They play tough. They have some size. I think that they have some good shooters, and I think when they went on their run, we never let them catch a lead that was too far ahead of us, and we huddled up and just told each other to stay together. It's been like our X factor right now in this postseason. We just keep continuing to tell each other to stay together and keep our heads held high. I mean, that's going to be who wins. Seriously, at this point, yeah, you need skill, but it's really about how much heart you have, and I think we just pulled this one out because of that. I mean, we have the home court advantage, which is a big help. Our fan base is amazing. But, yeah, they're a really good team. I give them a lot of props. They were tough. They wore me out.
Yeah, I mean, even though we got up big, it's the NCAA tournament, so they weren't going to go out without a fight. And we knew they were going to go on a run, and it was just about managing that and handling it and getting multiple stops in a row.
Okay. we have time.
Haley.
One more, Jody.
Haley, we've talked to you before about the big game and the big moment. Can you explain what it is or what gets into your mind when you're in that situation like you were there in the third quarter, and it kind of looks like it's in your eyes and you're just kind of focused?
I mean, yeah, I live for this moment, and I love it and I embrace it, and my teammates do too. I feel like we're a team that, if it's a close game, you know, we have that clutch gene in us, and we can get a bucket. And yeah, I love the pressure. Like, it's an adrenaline rush for me, and my teammates think it's funny and they think I'm crazy, but I just love it. My dad, obviously, you guys know about him. He's like that, so I got that from him. But it's what makes basketball fun and special, and that's why everyone knows about great moments in history, with plays like that. So
Crazy people win championships.
crazy people win championships. Facts.
I
Thank
promise.
you. Even though she called me crazy, it's okay. I'll be crazy and win. That's cool with me.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was my knock.
Yeah. I've heard that one before. Emily already called me crazy, so you don't have to say it.
Okay, we'll begin with a statement from Coach.
All right. First, just want to say congratulations to Lisa, Gonzaga, their entire program. What a first-class group. You know, it's something we've tried to do here ever since we've hosted, is try to get the three other staffs together on that Thursday night before the game started on Friday, and it was great because all three staffs we all got together for a soda. And you know, it's nice when you can sit down and still get to know each other. I was fortunate to work with Lisa before out at USA Basketball, but Colleen from Albany, I did not know. Amy, of course, was at Nebraska, and I think it's important for our game. And it was really a great night, and then to be able to come out here and compete against them, it's just they're a wonderful program. She's done an amazing job. Great players. They play hard. They have a plan. You can tell, and was just really impressed. I knew coming into the night that it was going to be a tough game, and it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. You know, the way we started, it looked good, but I knew that wasn't going to be the case. You know, we have to learn to just try to keep hitting singles instead of trying to hit home runs and triples sometimes. You know, we got it up to 14-0, and then we started to take some shots that, you know, if they go in, it's the haymaker. But unfortunately, when they don't, now you let them claw back into it, and that's exactly what took place. But just really proud of how we came out in the third quarter and then competed in the fourth as well.
Okay, thank you, Coach. We'll open for questions.
Jeff, Dominic Gates, WLKY. Going back to that start, though, how important was it to, I guess, set the tone and play that you all wanted to play? Because with March Madness, you know, there's been a lot of upsets that have happened. How important was it for you all to at least establish the way that you wanted to play?
Well, it was really important for us. You know, we turned them over and scored off their turnovers. And to be honest, you know, we end up with 23 points off their turnovers. But the problem is we turned them over 18 times. You've got to try to, you know, at least 3/4 of the times that when you turn somebody over, you got to convert those into points. I would have liked to have seen us with about 28 points, but we missed some transition layups and some shots that we normally make. But overall, the start was outstanding. Our intensity was great. Our crowd was amazing. I mean, the crowd was absolutely amazing, and I appreciate all of them.
Steve Bittenbender, Associated Press. Jeff, Kaylee was 4 of 6 for Gonzaga in the first half. She goes 1 of 5 there in the second half. What adjustments did you look to make to keep her off balance? Because she really kind of helped trigger that run to get them back in the game in the first half.
Oh, she did. She's a really good player. I think part of it was we wore her down some. You know, as the game went on with the pressure that we were able to continue to throw at them, I think it wore them down some. But, then we made a few adjustments of making sure that we didn't lose her. We tried to back off of her at times and not get hit on that little screen they ran, the rub play, and just try to make sure we stay between her and the basket and make her shoot over us. But I thought we did a great job just handling the physicality of the game. I love the way the game was officiated. I say it every year. I wish we officiated the entire year like this. It just allows them to play, and you allow all these young women spend time in the weight room, so it's okay to let them fight for a loose ball for a second. And I thought they did that tonight. Instead of just calling a quick jump ball, they allowed them to play. They allowed them to box out. They allowed them to play a game. But then at the same time, they called the obvious fouls. So I thought it was a very, very well officiated game. You didn't see a ton of tic-tac fouls. It had no impact on the flow of the game. It had no impact on the game. And they did an outstanding job. And, that's what you're trying to find every single night. And I thought our kids handled it well. I thought their kids handled it well as well.
Jeff, it's a tie game, I think 36-36. Haley goes on a run with a layup and 2 3-pointers. She has this look in her eye like, I don't know, like an Old West gunfighter. What is it about her in those moments that enables her to deal with that pressure, and is she crazy?
No. Did Emily call her crazy? Boy, that's the pot calling the kettle black right there. I mean, I got Em. She's yelling at me, telling me I'm not backing her when the officials are, going whatever. I'm like, Em, what do you want me to do? I can't yell halfway down the court all the time. I wait till they get in front of me so I can give them an earful. No, they're great. I mean, they're just competitors. But Haley loves the moment. She loves to be in that moment. We called that baseline out of bounds play 4 right there. She hits the 3 off the handoff by O. We get it reversed. She hits a 3. I told him our problem in the first half was we took way too many threes, too many quick threes. We started the game, we executed, we went inside out. We made a couple real nice ones off of a ball reversal. And then we just tried to start hitting home runs and grand slams and just taking too many quick ones. And then when we settled down, we started to drive the ball. We got some and ones. But Haley just loves the moment. I mean, I was proud of all of them. We have 13 assists and only eight turnovers on the night. And, if we can continue to do that, then we're going to have a chance to continue to advance. Because as I've said all along, if we're going to lose a game, I want to just be able to walk into this press room and say, we missed shots. And if it happens, you might lose. But I don't want it to be because we allowed someone to go off for 30 driving left when we know that's all they do. And I thought tonight we did a really good job defensively. We held them to 4 of 20 from the 3-point line. We did put them at the free throw line too much. And then, we gave them too many offensive boards there. And that's kind of when they made their run, is when they were getting second chance opportunities.
Hey, Jeff, that spinning layup Emily hit on the break off one bounce, one, she confessed that she thought it was a travel. I don't know how you feel about that. But number 2, have you ever seen someone pull something like that on a break?
Well, I told her at the timeout that that's going to be her station at camp. So she can teach all those kids exactly how to do that, because I've never seen that. But she's done that a few times and made some shots that you just don't expect to go in. But she's so long, and she's got good control of the basketball with her left or right hand. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if it was a walk, and it was so unorthodox. I don't know if the official could tell it was a walk or not. I'll go back and watch it, but it was a big time play for us.
Jeff, you all talk a lot about the scouting report and trying to adhere to that. What about the scouting report, or what about the game from the scouting report was better than what you expected?
I don't think we did any. Well, we did defend the 3-point line extremely well. A few times we had some screw ups. We gave a 3 up, but to allow them to go only 4 for 20 was a big thing for us because we knew that's where they score the ball from, especially the big 3. Sierra Walker goes 2 for 7. Kaylin goes 2 for 7 or 0 for 3. Kaylee goes 0 for 3, and Kaylin goes 2 for 7. So we held their shooters and really did a good job of contesting shots.
Jeff, you've probably been asked about Emily already, but this is her first trip to the second weekend. I mean, she's had an incredible 2 days. Just, I don't know if you can put into words just the things she does on the floor and the way she seems to almost will you guys to runs at times.
No, you can't. The kid plays hard. I mean, that's what it is. It's the one thing I'll always say about her. She goes 3 for 13 from the field. It's not like she lit it up shooting the basketball. But what she does everything else. She starts the game. We start the game because she gets an O board, 2 of them. I think she got one. She missed it. She got her own and then finished it. She just competes. It's really amazing. She's got an unbelievable instinct for the basketball. Like the one steal she almost gets and she knocks it out of bounds opposite the scores table. I just looked at Beth and our staff and I just shake my head because it's nothing you practice. It's just an instinct because if she doesn't get it, her kid's wide open for a layup, but she's able to understand the person they're throwing the ball to has her back to her. So even if she catches it, she's probably not going to see her. And Emma's come up with, countless numbers of those steals. And she's so long. She anticipates well. They try to throw a few high-low passes that she stole herself. And, she is definitely an asset. I mean, when you can go 3 for 13 and you all are talking about the performance she had, I think it speaks volumes for how she plays throughout the entire game. Again, 5 steals, 3 assists, and 1 turnover, 2 blocks. She goes 6 of 7 at the free throw line and gets a double-double. That's pretty impressive.
And Jeff, I think there were 6 double-digit seeds that won in the first round. Couple won today as well. How important is that, or how does that help the game? And does women's basketball need a team like an 85 Villanova or a St. Peter's or someone or Loyola Chicago to really kind of help grow the sport?
Well, I think the 13 Louisville Cardinals team helped also. I mean, I'll throw it out there. I mean, our win over Baylor in the Sweet 16, we were a 27-point underdog for any of those that are interested. And then to go on and beat a Tennessee team, which that's just tell you a little background story on that so you can thoroughly enjoy it. Like, we shared a hotel. First time, I've been in the NCAA tournament many times, been fortunate enough to move on to the Sweet 16, have never in my life shared a hotel with a team. And we shared a hotel with Tennessee that year. That's how much faith I think they had in us that we would beat Baylor. And now all of a sudden you got 2 teams playing in the Elite 8 that we were breaking bread together each morning at breakfast. It was crazy. And our yeah, of course it's great for the game. I mean, but this isn't easy. Everybody thinks this is easy. I don't care. The parity in our game is gotten better, and it's going to continue to get better. There are several men's games that are blowouts in the first round, but nobody talks about it. It's like, but if it's a women's game, it's like, oh my, there's no parity in the game. Look at that. It's terrible. I've seen plenty of those on the men's side. I laugh at things because I have watched men's games where it's 10-8, under 10 minutes to go in the first half. But see, the problem is they only play halves, so it's a big deal when a women's game is like 6-4 at the end of the first quarter. But nobody says a damn word if there's a men's game that's 10-8 with 10 minutes to go, because they might get it to 28-22 at the half. So I tell you, if you go back and look at some of those games, you'll see that at the 10-minute mark, there wasn't much scoring in those either. But it's just kind of the way things work. And we're okay with it. We know the product that we put on the court. And, our game is going to continue to grow. There's a lot more schools now that are investing in women's basketball, putting the resources into it. And when you do that, you see results. And it's fun. It's exciting. I mean, just all of them. I mean, you've got Belmont playing tomorrow night. They have a huge win. I just saw that South Dakota won. And they're really well coached. I mean, I've got a ton of respect. Our coach at South Dakota, she coached at my alma mater for a few years up there in northern Kentucky and did a remarkable job. So there's a lot of great coaches in this game, and we're going to continue to see our women's basketball game evolve.
Jeff, with that said, and with it you saying not being easy, 11 times now the Sweet 16, what does that say for this program and what you guys have done?
I think it's pretty impressive. It's hard. I'm telling you, it's hard. I mean, I've got a great staff. I'm excited for Sam to be able to take over a Mississippi State program now once we're finished, but he's stuck here for at least another week. And I think he's excited about that. It takes everybody. From day one, I say it all the time, from day one when I got hired here, I wasn't told you have a salary pool to hire from. You have $300,000 or $175,000 to hire 3 assistants. Tom told me to go out and get the best 3 I could get. And Steph Norman will tell you, when I brought her up for a visit, she met with Tom, and Tom said, okay, what are they paying you at Vanderbilt? She gave her the number. He goes, I'll pay you this much more. He slid the piece of paper across. Well, she signed. I got her. Michelle Clark Hurd, same thing. I was able to hire 3 assistants that had experience. Michelle Clark Hurd, I worked with Michelle at Nebraska. She was at Cincinnati. She was a head coach at Kentucky State. Michelle comes from Beth Ann Ord, had been at Tulsa. She was at Colorado. When universities allow their women's basketball coaches, their head coaches, to hire experienced people, it allows you to be able to hit the ground running. And that's what we were able to do here. And I think that's a big part of why we're where we are. And I'm fortunate to be at a place where they still care about it and they appreciate what we do. I mean, the crowd tonight was amazing. But overall, it's not just how our players play, it's what they do in the community. They're rock stars. And I think that's really, really important.
Thank you, Coach.
Oh, shit. What's the rush? I mean, you always cut me off. Seriously. Just stop. Who else? Come on. Right here. What's the rush? Are you got to get the bad?
Yes, I do.
One more. How about one more? He's a good guy. He's a good man.
Go ahead.
Come on, Tim. There we go. Come on. I knew I could twist your arm. Yeah, our last time the fire alarm was going off.
Haley plays 37 minutes tonight, and she is almost constantly on the move. What can you say about her conditioning and, her just ever, I guess, energizer bunny?
Yeah, all of our kids. I mean, our strength coach, Ren, has done a fantastic job with our kids. And Haley's, I'm telling you, I went out to recruit her, and her training, what she does, is off the charts. I'd never seen anything like it from a high school kid. I watched her on a rowing machine, and the thing was about to burn up. I'd never seen a kid go so hard. It's just what she does. She'd want to play 40 minutes if I'd let her. But I know to have her at her best, I've got to give her a break here or there. I've got to get a few more of our kids to give us more next weekend. There's no question. But, the old my bads don't work at this time of the year. My bads put you sitting right by me. And you can't go into a game and then not know a scouting report, not know what's going on, and expect to stay. Because 1 or 2 possessions is what changes an entire game. I know, I got to go. Got to go. Turn the lights off. I'm not going anywhere. Anybody else? I mean, my wife doesn't want me coming home. Thank you, everybody. You guys are fantastic.